Hey gang, it's JC and this is your Daily Dose for Thursday, June 24th, 2010. A cooperative venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. You can subscribe to the audio of the Daily Dose. Just hit that iTunes icon right there. Also down there is Dave Murray's weather forecasts. We have archives for you at the top of the page, and we are twisting by the pool. Somebody at the radio station said, give him a 15-month paid vacation. So that's what we're doing. We're twisting by the pool, but we'll be back someday. We're going to talk about that here in just a minute. Some of you are going to go to the Eagles Dixie Chicks concert tonight at Busch Stadium. The show has been getting rotten reviews. They say nice things about Joe Walsh, and oddly enough, they say nice things about the Dixie Chicks. We're going to have something to say about Natalie Maines here in just a little while. By the way, I ran into one of the promoters of the concert at an ice cream shop last night, and he said, oh, no, it's actually going to be good. We heard they only sold about 23,000 tickets, and then they slashed the prices to half price. And how'd you like to be the poor slob, who paid full price for the tickets, and now you're sitting next to somebody who got in for $50? That doesn't make people happy. But anyhow, we'll have a full report on the Dixie Chicks Eagles show at Busch Stadium tomorrow on the Daily Dose, I'm sure. All right, let's get to the news. A Utah woman stole a car and led police on a high-speed chase. Did I mention, by the way, she was completely naked? When the chase ended, police drew their guns at each other for the chance to be the one to handcuff her. Salma Hayek. If you talk to guys, my buddy Bob Ramsey, as a matter of fact, from 101 ESPN, and you say, what do you want in a woman? You say, well, aside from my lovely bride, Jen, the thing that Salma Hayek has going on, I think I'd like a little slice of that. Guys dig Salma Hayek. Well, she was on television the other night and admitted to occasionally enjoying eating bugs. That's good because I got a fly I'd like to show her. All right. Things apparently are getting serious between American Idol's Ryan Seacrest and Julianne Hough. In fact, Ryan has already taken her home and introduced her to his boyfriend. Getting serious. The real names of celebrities are always fun. And even in the radio business, for a long time there was a radio duo here by the name of Steve and DC. Steve Shannon and DC Chimes. Then when you look up their names, it turns out Steve Shannon's real name is Terry Trawick, and DC Chimes' real name, Isaiah Wilhelm. That explains a lot, by the way. So anyhow, we did a little extra digging, as they like to say on Channel 4. Michael Caine, the great actor Michael Caine. Real name, Maurice Micklewhite. Natalie Portman, Max. Natalie Portman's real name, Natalie Hirschlag. Whoopi Goldberg, Karen Johnson. Winona Ryder's real name, she has the last name as the Three Stooges, Winona Horowitz. Sigourney Weaver, well, she actually got the name Sigourney from The Great Gatsby. Her real name, Susan Alexandra Weaver. Michael Keaton's real name, Michael Douglas. He's like, what, there's already one? And Meg Ryan's real name, Margaret Mary Emily Ann Hyra. All right, a while back, Lawrence Taylor, the former New York Giants great, got himself in a little trouble with a 16-year-old prostitute, and yesterday he was indicted on rape charges involving that case. Come on, give the guy a break. Do you know how hard it is for professional athletes to find women to sleep with them? It's right. So what do you make of this thing at the U.S. Open? They got guys flying over Tiger Woods on the golf course, still dragging these banners. And I know a little bit about dragging banners, like the Mets or Pons Cup. So, he's out there playing, and Tiger looks up, and there's a banner that says, Tiger, are you my daddy? And so he's trying to play golf, and he's got to keep looking up. So now, apparently there was a second banner, in addition to that one, flying over Pebble Beach over the weekend, and this one said, Happy Father's Day, Tiger, LOL. The only one problem, it never made it to the golf course, because the FBI intervened and called the tower and said, you tell that plane if he flies over the golf course, he's in some serious trouble. Now the question becomes, and the guy, by the way, said, forget it, I'm landing, I'm not getting in trouble with the feds. So the question becomes, why are the feds becoming involved in the Tiger Woods case, and who is flying these banners? Because we still don't know, but we're going to find out eventually. You watch. All right, I want to talk a little bit about 40 years ago this summer, and a song by an obscure little band called Alive and Kickin'. The song was Tighter and Tighter. Hold on, just a little bit tighter now, baby. This is a good song. It actually made it, I think, to the top 10 or top 15. And that was the summer of 1970, and I had not quite turned 17, and I had just got out of my junior year in high school, and I was starting to get a little serious about this broadcasting business, and my parents and everybody was saying, oh, no, you can't do that, you can't be on the radio. I was like, why not? I didn't understand what the big fuss was. I thought it was a good career choice. Little did I know what I was getting into. But that was the summer of 1970. So I got on a CTA bus in Chicago, and I got myself downtown Chicago in the Loop, and I got off the bus, and I walked into the Stone Container Building at 360 North Michigan Avenue in Chicago, right on the river. And I went up the elevator, and I got off on the second floor, and I just sashayed past the receptionist. And they had a little glass room, and you would look through that glass, and there was a tiny hallway, and then you'd look through another pane of glass, and you could actually see right into the studios of WLS, the Big 89. And I walked in there, and the normal guy, the regular guy who was on middays, was off that day, and one of those substitute part-time vacation fill-in guys was there. It was like a 400-pound guy by the name of Tom Lee. And I saw some of the other guys from the station, including Jeffrey Hendricks, who was a newsman for a guy by the name of Larry Lujak, who was my idol. And turns out Jeffrey Hendricks from East Alton, Illinois, and I've heard from some of his relatives, because I've talked about this on the air just a little bit in past years. And you may have heard me play the song Tighter and Tighter by Alive and Kickin' sometimes during the anniversary ring. The reason why, that was the song playing through the speakers, that was the song on WLS when I walked through there. And I tell you, I got the bug. Seriously, I think I decided that day, I don't care what anybody else says, that's what I'm doing for a living. And Tighter and Tighter by Alive and Kickin', 40 years ago this summer. And it took me on a wild, bizarre, circuitous ride through DeKalb, Illinois, Dundee, Illinois, Rockville, Illinois, Flint, Michigan, Chicago, Illinois, Fort Wayne, Indiana, Lansing, Michigan, Grand Rapids, Michigan, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Omaha, Nebraska, Washington, D.C., and for the last 26 years here in St. Louis. And we will be back. All right, the freak show has already begun. Let's remember Michael Jackson, like Oprah today, remembering Michael Jackson. That's interesting because, see, I thought Oprah was against pedophilia and things like that and child abuse. Surprise, apparently she's not, because we're going to remember Michael Jackson. So let's remember Michael Jackson. I remember that stupid moonwalk. I remember him showing up at court in pajamas. I remember his bleached skins. I remember a lot of songs I didn't like. I remember an abusive father, an enabling mother, a bunch of talentless brothers, a slutty sister. Remember the Super Bowl? A bunch of stupid interviews where he lied through his teeth, Jesus juice, drug abuse, pedophilia. Yeah, let's remember Michael Jackson. All right, JC's Video Village this week. We're going back to 1985, and there's nothing that's more fun than hiding at the end of an aisle with a camera crew in a supermarket and waiting for postmenopausal women to come down the aisle squeezing Charmin, and then you catch them and you bring out the real Mr. Whipple. And that's what we did for a TV piece for KSDK Channel 5 back in October of 1985. You'll see it on JC's Video Village this week. The Wayback Machine goes back to 1985 for a bizarre and ineffective and short-lived KG95 TV commercial. Not necessarily the news this week is Chris Carpenter. JC's Eye Candy today. Yeah, the Dixie Chicks concert is tonight, and I know a lot of you are going to see the Eagles, and I'm sure there's guys who are saying, yeah, but you know, we'll go for the Dixie Chicks because I seem to remember them being sort of cute, if nothing else. Well, I've got some bad news for you because Natalie Maines, the lead singer of the Dixie Chicks, has given herself a buzz cut. She's wearing these sleeveless t-shirts, and she looks like a trucker. She looks like a homeless trucker. So good luck tonight at that show, as we said. All right, tomorrow we've got facts and trivia regarding Toy Story 3, the summer movie that is just sweeping the nation, so check with us again tomorrow. And that's it, your daily dose for Thursday, June 24th, 2010, a cooperative venture of Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. And in the meantime, we've beaten this one to death. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.